Hey everybody, and welcome back to my game, Donkey Kong Land for the Game Boy. I'm still stuck in this purgatory because Cranky said so.
And you ain't coming out.
Someone help me. I can't feel my feet.
I can't feel my everything. Oh wait, everything's gone black. Diddy, where are you, buddy?
I'm right here. Open your eyes.
Ah!
Oh, never mind. I'll be back in a moment. Let's try that again. But yes, welcome back, everybody. We're back into this adventure, and as you can see by our life count at the bottom, we are still going proud and strong.
Yes, and totally didn't use a save state just to keep all those lives, because again, the game does not save your life count when you turn it off.
And I'm sorry, Nintendo and anyone else, I will always think that is a crime that you have robbed me of those lives that I mean James, and anyone else has rightfully earned. It's like, why even have lives and the ability to earn more than the max total if you're just gonna rob me of them later? I don't know. Anywho, away. So,
Easy doesn't it, Randy?
So it looks like this world is a combination of the factory and cave levels?
Actually no, it is more or less a, pretty much this game's monkey minds, but it does include another trope that is exclusive to Donkey Kong Land.
Oh.
In fact, now that I think about it, I don't think any other game in the trilogy actually tackles something along the lines of this, because, aside from the, spelunking down in the mines, we also get to, literally play around in the skies.
Oh, like Skyward. Yeah, the only time I can think of that ever had like a sky level would be, you could argue maybe some of the Ruins levels of Returns kind of had a cloud thing going, and then of course in a Tropical Freeze you have the DK Junior bonus world, and
oh,
And
he hit me with his nuts.
Every time, Neki. How many times do I have to tell you not to? Anyway, the other thing I was thinking of was earlier we saw the hefty Mondo Kremlins. Are they?
Oh yeah, the crushes.
I think we just made that worse. There we go. Now, did they remember that detail from the first game that the crushes can only be like dispatched by Donkey Kong?
Yes,
okay.
That is still a thing. And at this point, I'm just wasting time here. I want to say I don't think I have to worry too much about needing that for a letter or anything. But oh jeez.
Whoa.
Ouch!
oh
That-
boy.
Crap! That snapper got us. All right.
I
Well,
forgot I'm allergic to pain and bee stings.
one of the
Especially in the face. Meow.
So I guess another quirk I had not yet thought of is I assume that the checkpoint is only saved for long as you're at that level. So if we ever left this level and went back to another one, then our checkpoint would be lost here.
To that, I am not certain. I want to say that's the case, but I could be wrong.
Okay. Whoa.
I think you botched. Oh, yeah, I think you botched it.
Did he?
Did he?
Uh,
Are you kidding me? Okay.
Oh,
okay, good.
I actually thought
I just had to let go of the barrel.
You gotta let go of the barrel, did he?
I could think of 10 good reasons to never let go of a barrel, DK.
grab your captain's quarters, DK, and heave. Whoops.
Nobody's gonna... I was about to say no one's gonna go touching his quarters, but then I just realized, no, DK would be the kind who would say, and I quote, "You may touch it once."
What? And then they do the booty boogie according to Captain what was his name? again?
Captain Scurvy.
Oh, Captain Scurvy.
I kept thinking Captain Capsize, but that's someone else entirely.
If you ask me, Mom, she said, "I's not so bad, but when I left the house, I took everything she had."
What a cad.
I enjoy.
Oh, that's right. Another trope that Donkey Kong Land has, mostly exclusive to itself. Dixie Kong's Double Trouble would tackle this later, but we also got Rocky Mountainsides.
For what it's worth, given the color palette.
Yeah, for the color palette genuinely made me think more of the Crystal Caves, like that one, like, the one that, like, Diddy Kong only tackled, like, twice in its game. But had its
Yeah,
own
I
theme.
get you.
Sorry, cameraman.
If it means anything, this is the harder of the two mountainside levels, so, they're setting their expectations strong here.
At least we're getting it out of the way and fast. And again, like,
Also, mind the Cocoa Pebbles.
easy does it. But yeah, I mean, I think so far we're.
Whoops.
That's smarts,
Yeah, really, I mean, it was... I mean, I would say, I got myself hit by a snake. How I feel rather proud of myself. But then I realized, oh wait, snakes do bite.
Yep,
Yeah,
no,
I have
you
to
don't wanna-
say it was a very disheartening experience.
Also, oh, okay, and that's why they have the TNT barrel for the crush.
Dope.
Yeah, because Diddy can't kill them without a barrel.
Oh,
How fair would you say the render distance is on this game in terms of like how far? Because I know that's been usually a big point of contention for the Game Boy games.
Dude.
I know that's
What do you
been
mean by render? Wait, what do you mean by render?
or as in like view distance, like you know, like draw distance, basically. Because basically, it's been a point of contention. I know for a while with some of these platformers where, you know, on a Game Boy with so
Oh, that's
much.
right. I forgot. Espresso can technically jump. Yeah, actually, Espresso's kind of overpowered in this game in that he can actually hop on. Oh, that was bad. Because I know there was some Kong letters there that I'm unfortunately gonna have to, you know. There's gonna have to be another case where I'm not gonna worry about saving.
I'm trying.
okay.
Actually, it's funny you mentioned that, but I'm trying to remember. Like, did any of the like country games on the consoles ever hide the Kong letters in special stages?
Nope.
No.
Not as far as I'm aware.
That's kind of a weird oddity that landed that.
Well, I guess. Well, to be fair, this is also back when this was like just before Diddy's Conquest, where the bonus levels were a little more straightforward about like this is where you'll get a very specialized prize if you clear them.
That and it was I guess the best they could do to try and like incentivize fully exploring for those save opportunities. See you, Ramby.
Bye, Rampy.
You know, 'cause I'm Randy.
All heavily compressed.
You know, I'm not gonna hold it against you, you know, 'cause I'm Randy.
That is something that you may have already noticed, but I don't know if this was ever the case in like the Super Nintendo games, or excuse me, at the very least with the first one. The animal buddies can't go into barrels. Like when the moment DK or JD hops into one, they immediately are just dropped.
Oh, my toe!
My toes, my toes.
That would actually.
That was my good toe too.
That would. I mean, to be fair, that would incredibly hurt having a bowl
Hey,
just plop right down.
Random
What's up?
conversation point. Now that the Cowabunga collection's out, do we still have plans on covering some of that?
Honestly, not sure. Like, I mean, I figured that maybe if.
I'm not
It was sort of in the plans, but then it's also like one of us is actually have to get it on Steam or I don't know, Yahoo for all I care.
We'll have to figure it out, but okay. So I'm trying to remember. So of the,
I mean, sure, we could all just get the Switch version, try to do the online, but from what I've heard, the online on that version is spotty.
yeah, we'll have to probably go with Parsec. But I was gonna say, so what is of the games that are on this? How many of them have online? Have just support co-op in general?
I think all the beat 'em up centric one. Oh, that's right. Now we got what the game calls the Chimpanzee clouds, and these could be a bit of a time sink.
Well, here are
As long
those.
as we test them is very nice.
Yep. And of course, we
But
got-
going back to that earlier point, I know all the beat 'em up centric ones have online, and I want to say the fighters do too. In fact, on most other versions of the game, they actually support rollback netcode of all things.
really, huh?
Yeah, for literally some of the more box standard 2D fighters you'll ever come across from that era.
Seems a bit
I mean, care is
unnecessary.
care.
But, yeah, I guess so.
Whoops.
What the? I guess there's a special zone back this way. There you go.
Yeah, honestly, that's just one of those things where most barrel cannons you come across that are just out of the way will take you to a bonus, and you know they just shoot the Kongs in a very random direction.
Whoops.
That was BS, and we're back at the game. Okay, so the other thing I was thinking of was if we would pull that off. I mean, I'm not against it. I just know that there are definitely other co-op things that are on our list. But first, just because we've been doing a lot,
I mean, we already did tackle Turtles in Time a little while back, even before the Cowabunga collection was announced.
and I will still say Shredder's Revenge is probably going to be peak turtle content for this channel until we do the ever lovable Franklin point-and-click adventure game.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
like you had me for a split
It's like, what
second
were
there,
you
not gonna
supposed
lie.
to do? You forgot about Franklin?
Well, no, it's just that I never figured only Logan the Chavaz would correlate Ninja Turtles with Franklin.
Hey. Shush.
I mean, say
Turtles are turtles. He was a fine turtle. I'll have you know, an upstanding
I'm not
citizen.
saying I'm not saying it's a bad show. I'm just saying only Logan the Chavaz could make that correlation.
I mean, I'm just expecting it now, like either fan made or otherwise. Just have another Venus-like example of a new Ninja Turtle exclusive to that adaptation. Just name him Roosevelt.
Oh my gosh.
Funnily enough, like I think I'd have to read them for myself to see how the execution of it goes.
Oh.
But apparently in the Turtles IDW comics, they did bring back Venus.
There you go. Oh.
I mean, did they make her any better than she was in her show of origin?
Yeah.
Again, I have to read the comics for myself to determine, but by proxy of how good the IDW comics are and how the next mutation is the next mutation, I'm going to assume yes, she was handled better.
That's fair. A very low bar to a set, so that's completely fair.
I remember, like... I remembered on... Okay, yes, I remembered on TikTok a long time ago, this person had a very, like, decent, like, webcomic art style where they basically they did the...
Oh! I got killed by a pig!
How humiliating. But there you go. No, you got survived. But, basically, the what-if question they asked was, what if Venus was in the Rise universe?
That'd be pretty interesting, actually.
The art
Well,
style
I mean,
of it
considering that Rises already has like a pretty heavy focus on like supernatural powers to begin with, I feel like Venus would probably fit better on that.
Possibly.
The only other thing I can think of when I think of Venus was another artist, also found through TikTok, sorry, basically take Tana from Crash Bandicoot 4.
Oh, actually, is this the one I'm thinking of?
Is that wait, Tom? Oh, is the one where they have the new mechanic?
Whoop.
Trust me, this was totally intentional because this is a little bit of a dickheaded thing right here.
Let me see.
Oh.
Whoa!
There's a barrel cannon to the right, like right behind you, and it's one way.
Wow. So you just
It's very easy to miss.
So you just need to know that is a little mean, developer.
Is it only required for the sake of getting that K, or do you actually need it to progress?
Just for the K.
Okay.
Still, that's a little dickheadedness. But basically they said, "Oh, I see that sprite peeking out of there." I don't know what that was. But basically, yeah, take Tana from Crash Bandicoot 4, and that was how they viewed Venus in that AU of theirs that they made, where basically in the universe where the original 4 had unfortunately passed, and she had to carry the mantle of Defender or whatever.
Oof.
Leo's like, oh, what, did we, like, die or something? What? No, of course
no.
There are things in your universe.
Oh, that's great. But the other thing that I thought was a neat stylistic kind of thing was, basically people would someone pointed out that her headband seemed a lot longer, like it almost had a ponytail of sorts. But that was because in that AU, she attached to her own bandana each of the brothers, so that it formed like this sort of multicolored like strand
that's cute.
that dangled behind her.
A rainbow strand. Oh, whoa!
Basically, just
I mean,
remember what was lost and why she's fighting, kind of thing.
I mean, honestly, that's a really nice detail. Like, I think I definitely would not be opposed to seeing something like that with the character. Again, if they ever decide to utilize her outside of the comics.
I guess they want you to roll jump there, or
I guess so. I'm not, like, otherwise it's like I can't even begin to wonder what nicked me there.
I thought it was just that Kremlin giving you the lazy eye,
Giving me the kick
the stink
of
eye.
a lifetime.
Game. Oh, okay.
You know what? Like, I know we have a tendency to date videos anyway, but now that you mentioned Tana from Crash 4, I'm really hoping that we actually do get something good with that Crash news we're going to be getting at the Game Awards this year.
It's just gonna be Wumpa League, and you know it.
Well, that's the thing, is that, like, considering how much of a development aggravation Wumpa League has been for a lot of people, just that alone, I think, is going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, I mean, finally get to see the fruits of their labor, for lack of a better word.
We finally get to see what it even is.
See, I don't know. Like, it sounds like to me they're just. I mean, from whoa, poor Diddy.
Don't worry, little buddy, I'm on it.
Oh.
Oh.
Gosh darn you, developers making these secrets. What the?
Where are you going?
Oh, that's where you went.
Oh.
Where you going, beautiful? Oh, hey.
Hey, found another one of these. Why not?
Donkey Kong? What?
Wait!
Okay, yeah, why not? I think we're due for another couple lives just to add to our count, just to make sure we have enough rations for the cold, harsh winter ahead of us. Just a little bit, just a little bit enough, just to keep our strength go.
And they say I'm a hoarder.
Yeah,
Bananas can get you through the winter, right?
it's okay. You can tell us that was honestly an accident because your foot tripped on the thing.
Yeah, it totally did. But yeah, that's the first half of the whole place done. Now we're heading on back to the clouds again.
All right. Careful.
And now we have this here platform that reacts to foot pressure.
So it does. Whoa! And it ricochets icy on this weird grid platform.
Yep, I hope y'all are prepared to experience the waiting game.
This absolutely looks like a waiting game.
game.
And thus I really, really hope that they put a checkpoint for us right
And to
at...
think I'm missing the banana bowl for this.
They better put a checkpoint at the end of this
That
section.
is actually a funny thing I read up on, checking up on this game's plot. Apparently, DK's a little miffed about this whole bet deal because he was already planning on watching the Banana Bowl around this time.
What's the banana bowl? We'll let you find out. That has me angry, James. That design choice right there. So whenever you jump, it will always go straight up.
No, it changes direction.
Okay, fair enough. So like you
Like
can
I jump. Basically, it's like this.
Okay.
But yeah,
So-
DK's miffed because he wanted to watch the San Francisco giant bananas.
Ah,
I could
my
be
favorite
down for
team.
that. I could be down for that, yeah. I am curious if you guys have seen any. Oh, you guys have seen any good movies lately?
Let me see. Good movies.
Well, I mean, you literally got us all wrapped up in a chair to watch. Watch pigs fly. Watch Hocus Pocus again.
Yes.
Which I feel bad that I didn't get to join you guys for that one because like I've only seen like bits of Hocus Pocus. I've never seen it like from beginning to end.
It's pure '90s cheese, straight to the point.
Oh, I don't doubt it. Like the only things I know for a fact of it are like the sisters are the best part.
Yes.
Yes. No. They all went all in on it and had a.
And Max Goof was a cat.
Yes.
Oh, that's right, James Marsden. Actually, no, Jason
Oh.
Marsden. My bad.
Yes, James Marsden.
Let me just
Before.
check to make sure. Okay. Not missing any other letters. Like, I could totally expect at least one of them to be hovering right above the pigskin there, or the hogwash. That's
Thank
right.
you.
The enemy's name is called Hogwash.
Okay. Fair enough. And that was just me making sure they better put a frickin' checkpoint after all of that.
Speaking
Yeah,
of things that this game has to itself, the checkpoint system in this game is definitely different from what most other DK games do.
Yeah. No. It's like suddenly a mystical portal.
Portal that gives you a thumbs up.
Good on ya, sport.
Like other times, it's either a. Other times, it's either a. Whoa, jeez.
I was like,
Other
careful.
times, it's either just like a star-studded barrel or Professor Chops.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Professor Chops. And the mystical.
Oh, da.
He psyched you out. And the mystical.
Damn it, Chops! You need to take better. You need to keep better watch of your pets.
I don't know
That
what
dirty
I-
pig.
It's the only time you could say that. It would be absolutely correct. You have won the grand prize.
I won a grand prize.
Yes,
I don't believe.
What'd he win?
you won this 100 grand.
So a candy bar.
Yes.
Okay.
I love how you knew exactly what he was referring
Yeah,
to.
that's a classic.
Like, I was like-
that's a classic prank call that radios did. I think you know the one, right?
Oh, I know. It's just that like I did have to hesitate for a second because it's like my instinct did say candy bar, but I wasn't sure if Logan meant something different at first.
No, that's fair. Okay, we're safe here. But I just remember that was a classic prank call. You've heard that one, right, James? The audio of that.
I think not really. No, that's news to me.
again, okay, again, just saying this out loud because it needs to be said. I appreciate these developers for putting a checkpoint after each and every one of these auto scroll things because these would be very frustrating to go through multiple times.
Oh yeah, and some of them can get a little maze-like.
Oh no, this one already I can see being a problem with the branching paths.
Oh,
But yeah, effectively what it was is radio show decides to call a random guy, and the way they set it up, this is a little surprising. Are you sure you're not? Are you sure you're supposed to be in this world? I thought you're supposed to be in the last world, little friend.
Shark! Chumps Jr., what the heck, man? You spooked me.
Shark!
Now he just outright killed me.
Hey, but that allowed us to skip that section. Now do it
but
again.
I think I missed a letter in the process, though.
But yeah, so the radio show calls this guy.
I mean, what wasn't that? Wasn't matter. I got enough lives to sit me out through the rest of the game.
I believe it. I mean, the way we're doing this, absolutely. But yeah, where the hell do we go?
Whoops.
Uh-oh. Put us on the left. Okay. Oh boy. Basically the way that they set it up was oh my god, really? Okay.
Let's give it a sec here, and I gotta do it myself.
Yeah, but how are you gonna jump?
Oh, you know what? I remember what I gotta do.
Okay, I was trying to say, how do we?
And go.
Is it close? Oh, okay.
I'm a chip.
Close enough.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
So basically, radio show calls a guy, and they have the whole thing set up where they call him and say, "Congratulations, are you the 40th? You are our 40th caller?" And he says, "Can you guess who sang the classic song 'Fly Me to the Moon' or something like that?" He gets it right. And he's like, "All right, that's it. You've won $100,000." It's like, "Oh my god! Like, holy crap, this is amazing!" And like, oh, and then like, "Oh my, what are you gonna do with your $100,000?" "Oh, dude, I've been like wanting to pick up this truck that I've been having this. I want to get this truck. Want to get all like maxed out and souped up with all the rigging and all the like the bells and whistles I've always wanted." And like, and then finally it's like,
Oh,
what? That's the James.
wow! I actually forgot that the letters were this far into the level. But you know what? Don't worry. They're actually much closer now.
Okay, because I was just thinking out loud, like, James, this is just the first quarter of the level.
Oh no! Don't worry. I
I'm
don't
gonna
think.
have to smack you something major.
Oh man, not again!
No, we don't smack it.
How else do you expect to learn your lesson, young man?
This is gonna get annoying though. So, and okay.
This should hopefully do it.
Just gotta-
Okay, maybe not.
Well, then you gotta go. Oh,
I just gotta mind the zinger.
and now. I think that's close.
All right, there we go.
You
Good
know
enough.
this
Yes.
gimmick is kind of stupid.
Yes, it is. I'm glad we never went back to this again, or that they never did it for this long. Okay. But anyway,
You know, this does kind of make. You know what? This does kind of make Platform Peril look like it's on training wheels.
Yeah.
but at least Platform Peril wasn't this long, like, legitimately. There we go. So anyway, where was I going with this?
Something about $100,000.
Yes, and they said, "Oh, that's weird. How are you gonna do that with a candy bar?" I was like, "What?" So, yeah, no, this contest, you won a $100,000 candy bar, chocolate and nuts. And then he just got so angry. This guy, he was like,
We would repeat what he said on the air, but unfortunately we have kids that listen too, so maybe it's for the best we don't.
"We regret that his words are unprintable here. I learned that actually is in a Mario game."
What?
What, $100,000?
No, just that phrase in Thousand Year Door. When you're listening to like the news report stuff through your phone. One of the things that I can talk about discusses, I guess, the shopkeep, who is a husband and wife duo, but the husband is super like jealous or super like protective of his wife, and at one point oh,
Wait, what?
what the hell? What shot us?
Oh, it was a Nicky and his nuts again.
What have I told you?
It always goes back to those fucking nutbusters.
Those nut birds.
Exactly, those nutty birds.
Okay, so about the shopkeeping.
Oh yeah. It's something like it was like but don't get on the hubby's bad side. Then it's like a quote, and it's like showing a quotation. Don't you go looking at my wife," said the jovially jealous shopkeep. It's like I'm hers for life, and your big city teeth aren't gonna stop her. They're gonna stop this. Yeah, it was like, I guess it was because it's like, oh, they're all shiny or whatever. But
Okay.
But then at the end of that, it's like we regret to inform that the rest of his words were unprintable here. It was like, oh crap, what the hell happened?
I'm guessing if not like vulgarity, it's just a matter of like he got so mad he just started spouting out gibberish.
Or threats.
Yeah, like the Samurai Jack sheriff.
Oh yeah.
There's that, or maybe like Lobo when he gets sent flying after Superman punches him through a building.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that
Nice.
quote. Oh my gosh, which, by the way, I figure now's as good a time as any to like just put this on the record. Like, I am sorry if in the moment I don't immediately laugh at something that Hype has said, especially if I'm doing like something with live with it, because I was looking at our Pumpkin Jack footage, and there were things that Hype did joke and say that I was like, oh my gosh, that is funny, but I didn't notice it until after when I was already doing the post editing and stuff, because I was so swept
are
up.
there any examples? Because I don't remember any of that.
Oh my gosh. Well, there were some of the bits that you did with Jack himself when you would make like a quip about like someone having like lost their lunch or something to that effect. Right after we had discussed like why they would be holding such a high note. Oh, now I feel.
I mean,
Go ahead.
you're among friends, dude. Like, I mean, I'm still a little bummed that I was a little too distracted during our Apescape 3 session when Iki brought up that whole Rodeo the Sky Sailor joke. Like, if I had actually heard that, I would have verbally have given them the slap.
Yeah, because he knew what he was doing.
If he had heard that, then his words would have been unintelligible.
Yeah. Or I would have just been laughing myself stupid, or you know, I would have done exactly what Patrick did, and just, you know, took out random gloves, put them on, just to take them off again, and then slap the bus guy silly.
No, it'd be a combination of things. Like, James would smirk, then he would start laughing, and then coyly, as he's laughing, proceed to strangle Icky.
And then just goes nuts.
But yeah, continue with your example, because honestly, like, not for nothing, I haven't really gotten a chance to fully review
Please. Oh.
But I was about to say, it's like, because not for nothing, I haven't gotten a chance to review the Pumpkin Jack footage at the time of recording, so I'm just as in the dark about this as you are.
I mean, just yeah, I feel bad because I can't remember the thing right directly off the top of my head. I've been talking about this and thinking back to Shia LaBeouf. No, it's not your fault. Oh my gosh, no, just there are just know that there are. That's mean. That's double mean.
Yeah. Now we have class that it's. Did nobody? Oh wait, that's right. You're already here.
You're always there, deep, right inside my heart, where I need you most.
Really?
Actually,
No.
in my arteries.
Because I just love you so sweet. I can't.
But actually, you know what? I know this is like the most random topic to go back to, but speaking of Shia LaBeouf,
Yeah.
the whole joke that you made about him playing Diddy and the DK spin-off movie reminded me of a joke discussion I did want to do last time, but I think it just kind of got lost.
Oh,
So
go
I'm
for
gonna
it.
go ahead. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue it here. So that a DK spin-off movie.
Yes.
I want to know if I'm the only person that thinks it would be absolutely perfect casting if they got musician and rapper Shaggy to voice Funky Kong.
Is he still Shag?
He's the one who always sounds like this when he talks on the bass
Yeah,
and he
the-
rap like
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
Mr. Boombastic.
Yeah, that dude.
Oh.
First of all, is he still like working? I thought he
Yeah, he's still
retired.
around. Yeah, he's still around. Like, I think the last thing I saw him in was
Oh, this is bad.
What
boy.
What you were supposed to do there, game? At least in at least in Donkey Kong Country, they kind of give you a little whoop, like little boost in the air to try and do something.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But yeah, I was about to say, like, the last thing I heard that Shaggy was in is Disney did this live performance of The Little Mermaid. Not to be confused with the Halle Berry movie coming out soon, but it was like, it's
Oh,
kind of
like
like
on
their
Broadway?
own, like, live musical of sorts. non-Broadway
oh,
way,
that's
but it's like a
right, yeah,
different
no-
stage.
That's right. Where
And
they
Shaggy
filmed
was-
it. Yes.
Yeah, and they got Shaggy to be Sebastian.
How did that go, actually?
Honestly, better than you think it would be.
Okay, I'll look up some footage of that later.
Honestly, it's like that. They had a lot of like surprisingly fun casting choices for that whole performance. Like for example, the girl that plays Moana, they got her to be Ariel,
That
and they
makes
got
sense.
Queen Latifah to be Ursula.
And,
Oh, nice.
and Matt said in frickin' Sayonara Wild Hearts that Latifah was irrelevant.
Well, shows what he knows. If she got to be Ursula at one point.
Yeah.
Oh, and also John Stamos was the chef.
John just out of freaking nowhere. Who was Triton? Oh, is this the boss
don't
already?
Remember.
Oh yeah, we're already at the boss.
All right, let's see.
It's a mole.
Huh, that's also ahead of its time because
Ow.
I dare say, young man.
This is Panosterus.
But I see. It's basically King K. Rool. But this is
Actually, hang on. Like, look closely at his face when you hit him on the head.
his eyes go cross. Yeah. Yeah. This is
Like,
I mean, but yeah, right away, this is like unique sprites, and this is again ahead of its time. Wouldn't be until Returns that we ever see a mole boss.
Yeah?
Ow.
Honestly, it's so weird too, considering you do see this mole in the box art, and he looks so much smaller. Like, I figured there would be an enemy type like this, but no, he's a boss.
Oh,
also, he's a fast sicker.
that has to be it. Nope. Yeah. Okay. I get by the end of this, you basically have to predict the throw at this point. Oh my
There
god,
you
he blew
go.
up.
I killed a mole today, DK!
How did we get
Hey,
up
little
here?
Oh, hey, we're in New Donk.
That cave took us all the way here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final world of the game, New Ape City.
Aha.
Or Big Ape City. It's called Big Ape City. Not to be confused with New Donk City, it's just down the street.
Wow. Okay.
it's just down the street across from Chick-fil-A.
Well,
Ugh.
who'd have thunk that it would be the Game Boy game that finally, like, craps on my Donkey Kong's in a post-apocalyptic world scenario. Finally,
hey,
it's been a
who's
city
to
this
say-
whole- Go ahead.
Well, who's to say that every city can't survive a post-apocalypse?
That's fair. But yeah, no, the last.
Apocalypse.
But no, now that
That's
you.
the new
I
one.
don't know. I'm dumb.
But yeah, no,
fine.
backing up. I'll have to listen to how he sounds as Sebastian, but I'd be willing to see how Shaggy does as. I'm willing to give that a shot with a Funky. The only thing is that it's incredible that you bring him out of nowhere because, because like I had not thought of Shaggy, like as the person in like, except for Mr. Bombastic, I had not thought of Shaggy in like, at a solid 14 months. And then literally like this Tuesday, like of the week prior, I saw a really funny, like stupid little like TikTok that I loved, which was a guy going, like Scoob, look, it's Black Shaggy. How can the catch a woman next to your villa? The guy did all in one take. Just-
Funnily enough, I do know that they actually got rapper Shaggy to do a song for the first live-action Scooby movie.
That's right. Yeah, when there wasn't it the song that played as they like arrived at the resort?
I'm trying to
That
think,
sounds
oh boy.
appropriate enough.
Hate when
like I know he was part of that movie's rendition of the theme song. And
That's right.
I want to say he sung another song for it. I just don't remember what it's called.
I'll look it up, but yeah, no, I forgot about that. That like real talk, like say what you will about the movie, but the frickin' the reggae like cover of Scooby Doo's song, Scooby Doo's theme had a pretty nice beat to it.
Yeah, it was nice.
I haven't heard that song in so long, I kind of forgot how it went.
I'll find it for
Like-
you after this, but go ahead.
I was just saying, like, thinking back to it, there were like a handful of songs I actually do remember liking from both movies. Like during the first movie's chase scene, the one from the Big Bad Voodoo Day, the whole like "You remind me of a man, one man," like that song's good.
Was that the one they're at the party or when they're on the ATVs?
It's the one where the demons first came around
At
and
the
are like
nightclub?
invading the hotel.
Gotcha.
Right,
yeah,
I
at the
remember
nightclub
that.
when everything's all when they're going out windows. Okay.
Jeez. And to think that would have been if they stuck to their guns. Let 'em fish. That would have been an R-rated take on Scooby-Doo.
Yep.
Yeah.
And just think that when you watch Guardians of the Galaxy with us later, that would be the same man.
Yeah, I mean he's definitely gone far since his humble days of being a Scooby-Doo director.
I still have
Actually,
not...
now that I think about it,
Uh-huh.
sorry, just talking back to the music, I just remembered, like, they did, like, another cover of the Scooby theme song that was a little more action-y, and I remember, because they reused it for Monsters Unleashed near the end.
Oh, I didn't know about that one. Also, I thought we were done with this.
No, only those bonuses and the clowns, you know.
But yeah, the other one I remembered was...
And technically, we did get a brief glimpse of the city's landscape in one of the very first bonus levels we encountered in the jungle.
Right, the girders and everything. Woo, nice.
There you go.
But yeah, no, I remember those songs. I will say though, it's still kind of a hard. It's hard for me to like pick my favorite like from the movies. I think we were talking about this. For me, my top 2 favorite Scooby-Doo related songs would be "Terror Time Again" because
That's a classic.
That's just great. Good Bob. Also, the DK blimp.
Yep, there's a
course.
blimp in the middle of the city, and it's got my name on it.
Wow.
Plagiarism.
It's like it was made for me. Oh,
Whoops.
This is also looking to be a very swift level if we're already at the end.
oh, actually, I just remembered this level does something unique with the Kong letters.
Let's see.
You already got him.
Well, I already got them because we need them to make a bridge.
What?
Oh.
Huh.
But don't worry, they're not the only Kong letters we'll be getting in this level.
Because now I'm curious, like, well, so I guess, is this level just a free, like, you will always get to save after this level, or is there, like, the true letters you must find?
The true letters we'll find near the end.
Okay. But, okay. Again, I'm giving this game props. I'm learning, I'm seeing some cool little, some cool, they experimented with it.
Yeah, this is like the only, as far as I'm aware, this is like the only level in the game that actually tries something like this with the Kong letters. Every other time, it's just business as usual.
Right. But yeah, so yeah, Terror Time Again, because that's just a great, like monster movie, like, you know, crap's going down kind of song. I like that. And then...
Oh yeah, that one's great.
Mm-hmm.
You good.
And then I know Put a Spell on You is also fun.
Yeah.
But
Honestly, both the Hex Girl songs from Witch's Ghost I really like.
those are good. Although right after Terror Time Again, my favorite Scooby-Doo song is unironically the theme song to What's New Scooby-Doo.
Oh yeah, that's a good theme. Like, honestly, like, when it comes to, like, Scooby-Doo theme songs, like, I honestly kind of find that to be on par with the original theme.
Yeah. Oh no.
I mean, yeah, I'll give you that one.
It's just for me. I just find it like a good comparison of like the same like it gives you the. Did we make it? Nope. Well,
I don't think we
Well,
did.
we had a checkpoint at least.
Oh, never mind. There was a checkpoint. Okay, good.
Yeah.
I was confused if we had a Kong barrel or not, but I feel like What's New Scooby-Doo gives you the same fun like the same fun like spooky sort of surfer like whatever like the same kind of the same vibes for that generation of viewers that the original Scooby-Doo theme song gave for its generation of viewers.
And honestly, sorry, just one last thing I'll say real quick. That is also, in my opinion, probably, like, the only thing I like of, like, that breed of, like, made-for-TV live-action movies where they were younger. Like, its version of the What's New Scooby-Doo theme I thought was alright.
Oh, I didn't know about that one.
Huh.
I'll look that up.
They only used it in the first movie, though.
Oh, okay.
That's news to me.
Whoa! And then,
Uh-oh.
what were you say, James, about the Scooby-Doo stuffs?
As far as like Scooby-Doo intro songs are concerned, I always had a very strong fascination towards the second season of the new Scooby-Doo Mysteries.
Oh,
The one from the mid '80s.
Were those the
Back when when the mystery game was pretty much just the same, except replaced Velma and Fred with Scrappy.
Right, because that was right around the time Scrappy was around.
Yep.
When you were saying the new mysteries, I was thinking of was that the series where Scooby-Doo just became a platform for any notable like hey.
Oh no, that was the new Scooby-Doo movies.
No, not
Right.
the movies. The one that they like the specials, like they meet the Globetrotters, they meet
Again, that's the new Scooby-Doo
Yeah, the new
movies.
Scooby-Doo movies.
Oh, I didn't know those.
Which
were
that
movies.
also had a pretty good theme song.
I didn't know those.
I know. I'll be fair to you. Like the naming convention of it all definitely sounds incredibly misleading.
What makes it sound like they're feature-length presentations, but I think they're just episodes.
Exactly. They're just. It was essentially just the third season of Scooby-Doo. Where Are You?
Right.
Except now it includes guest cameos.
which I remember. The Harlem Globetrotters one was a really fun one. Batman.
That
And I
was
mean,
a fun one.
who could forget Batman and Robin?
Yep.
That's also a good one. Trying to think. There was one I remember really liking, but for the life of me, I can't remember the celebrity's name. But it's where they team up with this one comedian, and it's like he's going to visit a friend of his, this old lady who he also voices, and it's like her farm is being haunted by the Scarecrow. Like, I remember loving the episode and one bit with the celebrity, but for the life of me, I can't remember the dude's name.
Was it Don Knotts?
No, it wasn't Don Knotts.
Jerry Reed was the singer. I'm just looking at them all right now. Here, I'm just gonna look this up while you take care of this. I'm just gonna double check this here. Let's see. They met up with the Three Stooges apparently.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Adam's Family.
Hang on though.
Jonathan Winters.
That's it. I think.
Yeah. Jonathan Winters was a comedian. Yeah, okay. Where he invites the gang to stay with them on a chicken farm where Maud Frickert is her name. Needs help finding a secret formula unless a mysterious scarecrow gets to it first.
That's the episode. Yes, that's Jonathan Winters.
Huh. I'm trying to figure out what else Jonathan Winters has done. If he's like, because it looks fun. Let's see.
Well, the only as far as like other cameos are that are concerned, I mean, yeah, the Harlem Globetrotters. I also remember the Addams Family were used at one point.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
there's that.
That's right. They had to look for when they had to look for Wednesday.
I think at one point they actually met up with Sonny and Cher.
Yes, they did. Then there's Don Knotts. They met up with Phyllis Diller. They met up with the Three Stooges again.
Well, hang on. That reminded me of something I was about to ask. Like,
Yes.
for both Three Stooges, was it a Shemp or Curly they were with?
It was Curly.
Curly, yeah. Curly's the one who came again a second time. The other two were only in that first one. Then, yeah, of course, you had the Harlem Globetrotters with the mysterious ship. You had Jerry Reed and Davy Jones. Actually, I'm noticing they met up with the Harlem Globetrotters a lot. They must have been. They must have been busy.
I think them and Don Knotts were like the most recurring celebrities that Scooby's met with.
And then wasn't there even recently? Wasn't there like this one where? No. You know what I was thinking. It's not. What am I talking about? It wasn't recently, but I was thinking back to our playthrough of the Scooby-Doo where Don Knotts came back to voice that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's always the spooky groundskeeper. Oh.
To think that was his only known role in a video game.
Yeah. Which is odd because I think he would have done. I think he has a fun enough voice for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa. Also, apparently they met up with Dick Van Dyke right towards the end.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me considering how big Dick Van Dyke is.
But I just love the idea of looking at this where usually they like have usually they're like playing a character or like just happen to be there, but then it's like no, Mystery Inc. arrives at a carnival run by Dick Van Dyke, just because he was bored, I guess. And
yeah, I mean, I guess after being a chimney sweep, where else do you go?
You know what? Like, I don't know if either show would have been running at the same time at the time, but one that now that I think about it would be really fun to see would be like this week the Mystery Inc. gang meets up with Maxwell Smart.
Maxwell Smart.
From Get Smart.
Okay.
just right there.
Easy does it.
I don't know.
Mind the beaver. What are the beavers doing in the construction site?
I don't know what they're doing. Also, hey, I just got a fun little update.
What's up?
Yeah.
I don't know if you could say that the Silent Hill Direct. Not to date this again. I don't know if you could say that. I don't know if you could say if the Silent Hill Direct finally was the last straw for these people, and they're like, just do it. Finally, do it. Apparently, modders have finally managed to bypass Konami's whole ban on PT and get the game back and running on hardware again.
Ooh, awesome.
Which,
Now, how willing are Konami for this?
are you kidding? They want to bury that thing in the dirt. They don't want to talk.
Yeah,
about
exactly.
So yeah,
remove all trace of them ever having done a deal with Kojima again.
It still looks
So yeah,
If
don't
ever.
expect that to be a particularly long-lived victory.
I know, but it still looks so cool.
I mean, it also depends on how much Konami's going to be paying Sony just to make sure that stays dead.
Depends on how. Oh, hey!
God damn! Look at all those coins we have.
Why don't we get 40 more lives? Just in case
Exactly.
we need a cup of sugar before our recipe. We can ask the neighbor for an extra life or two.
And Cricky's just sitting there thinking, wow, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have made that bet.
Maybe I shouldn't have left this. Maybe I shouldn't have left my life barrel cannon out, just hanging out in the wind.
In fact, now I think about it, who even made this to begin with? This wasn't here when I excavated this entire area.
This is like, and I thought Tropical Freeze with its coin economy, especially in funky mode, I thought there was broken to get just as many lives as you wanted. You're gonna actually make this game crash. You're gonna have too many lives.
I would hope not. Oh, you phased through 2 of those.
For a second, I almost thought that was because the game just actually reached this soft cap. I was like, no! No more!
Please have... I know I'm a machine that gives lives, but dude, get a life.
Even I have dreams.
Okay. Don't worry, I've got plenty.
You know what I mean, jerk.
Whoa, okay. I mean, I don't know, like, okay, I know that the both of you.
Whoa! I wonder if I can do that again. No! Okay, actually I can't, but I just realized, can I even reach that at this point? Yes, I can!
Okay.
Yeah.
Just be careful. Nice. Okay, look at that.
Banana Slammer!
There we go. Every commentary's got to have at least one. Okay. So I mean, so I know that neither of you are necessarily the first people I would think of when it comes to Silent Hill, but your thoughts on what they had to show for that?
I'm honestly not sure what to think of it right now. Like, I'm not gonna say, like, it's gonna be an absolute dumpster fire, like, in the making, but it's also, like... I mean, from what I have definitely seen, what I've seen in Silent Hill 2, they definitely got they've got some pretty big shoes to fill, and so far it doesn't sound like they're filling them.
I have a general, like, indifference towards it, so I might not be the right person to ask for it. Like, I don't know if what they showed is good for Silent Hill fans. The only thing I know is that, like, you know, I'm happy for them in the sense of, you know, they're finally getting something related to the series after so long.
I mean, when it comes to Silent Hill, the big thing you need to know about is that it's hardly, like, a lot of it should not be taken at face value. It's mostly stretched into symbolism.
Right.
And, I mean, already from the trailer, people are doing the guesswork that they're not doing the best job of really fine-tuning it.
Well, so
like with that opening shot of James Sunderland, for example, looking in the mirror, a lot of people are claiming that, you know, it's not dark enough.
So
you can literally see the dude's eyes.
So it's definitely something where, like, knowing Bluebird Digital, so having played Layers of Fear and stuff, like, I have no doubt that the game is going to look, like, you know, very good. Like, the texture work in their games is usually very high quality. Their mocap work is actually very nice. It's just, yeah, it's definitely the writing that I'm most nervous about. Really,
like,
cameraman? You couldn't just point your camera 2 feet? Sorry, go ahead.
So I'm guessing it's not going to be like a lot of remakes nowadays, where it's like they are going to actually, you know, tinker with the writing instead of leaving it untouched.
That's my guess. Is I think what we're going to see with 2 is I think we're going to see a reimagining rather than a one-to-one remake. Which, I mean, to be fair,
like the Resident Evil remakes.
I think so, yeah. Because I mean, to be fair, the last time we tried to get an HD remake, just a one-to-one remake, they somehow botched that up, even with that stupid production studio.
Well, a part of it not helped that apparently they were using having to use a older version of Silent Hill 2 when they lost the source code to the the one that was finished.
But they just wow, that the cameraman wouldn't even let you see what that Kremling did. Just actually took a bite.
The following beatdown from a Kremling is not for virgin eyes.
Oh damn, too hot for TV.
Virgin eyes.
So then, I mean, and then of course with the freaking HD trilogy, they had a lot of other baffling decisions, such as
that one,
and also you know, classic one that people, you know, riff on them for is they got rid of the fog because they thought,
right,
oh, but our draw distance is so much better. But it's like, yeah, no, it was definitely there for a reason, guys. Maybe the first time you could argue that they were limitations, but the fact that they kept it for the second and third games, I think it was definitely there for a reason, guys. I think that plug for the bathtub was definitely meant to keep the water in the bathtub.
But don't you want to see how pretty the visuals are? You can't appreciate them when there's fog everywhere.
They're not supposed to be pretty. It's a Silent Hill game.
I guess it does make me wonder, how are they going to handle the fog effects in this new remake?
It's not impossible. It is very. In fact, again, the idea is that if they do the fog effects right, it should make their jobs easier because they won't have to worry about as much drop distance, as much being processed on screen. Like that, the fog is to help you.
I mean, considering how far we've come since the original Silent Hill 2, I mean, I can already imagine like how much further they can push it.
This
If
is
they're allowed to,
very
right?
tight. Oh,
What if they like want to use like a lot of their like technological resources to make sure that the fog is rendered as realistically as possible?
oh, too many particle effects. Oh my gosh, that'd be Gotham Knights all over again.
Speaking of which, that was released as this recording.
And it's
Man, it's like I haven't gone full in depth with reading all the reviews. I just have like Logan's TLDR to go off of, but like, man, that's really disappointing because like that's a game that I really wanted to be good just based on the premise alone.
I know. Unfortunately, apparently it doesn't even stop at being just a little clunky. I'm not gonna put it up here because I don't want to give anybody the problem. Somebody already noticed some glaring issues with the PlayStation port of the game, where when you're in its main menu, it starts to flash really bright red and white lights, and we think that what's happening is that because the opening menu or one of the menus is the four main. Is it 4 or 5 main characters?
There's Barbara, there's Dick, there's Jason, and then there's
Tim.
Red Hood, Tim Hood,
Tim.
yeah. So basically, when it's all the 4 of them on this rooftop with some cool particle effects, because I guess like the embers or the sparks or whatever, something with those sparks and embers are not rendering properly. So it's literally like if I were to show any of you, it is seizure fodder for sure. And I know it's just
boy.
So now I guess all we have left to sort of look into and see how it works is the Suicide Squad game.
Yeah, which
Whenever they decide to give us an update on that.
Which I already know it's going to be an uphill battle for hype to see where that game's going. Is that really all this does?
Oh boy.
It's the bee
Yes.
delivery service cannon. We deliver sharp, pointy bees right to your door,
Whoops.
and that's exactly my response to that service. Yes,
mind that first step.
but
Yeah, it's like I think a lot of it has to do, like, in the case of the Suicide Squad game, it's not so much like me having no faith in Rocksteady, because, barring Knights, which even then I still haven't played it yet, I've enjoyed their work with Arkham. Like, my beef with it is more so, like, a lot of the things, like, from a substance standpoint. Like, first off, I'm just a little burnt out on the Suicide Squad, and especially Harley in general.
I know. I'm so. Is it Tara? I forget if it's Tara.
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
still Tara voicing her, because it's allegedly in the same universe as the Arkham game, so it has to be the same actress.
There are other Harleys.
I mean, did she still voice her in Arkham Knight?
Yeah.
Yeah, she voiced her in Arkham Knight.
And I'm sorry, Jordy, but I think that Tara also voiced her rather obnoxiously in Injustice.
Oh yeah, the first Injustice, I didn't think she was as bad, but I barely remember the second one, so I don't know if she got any better or worse about it.
It definitely got a little more in your face. Like I will say more so than usual. She played Harley as though she was expecting a laugh track after everything she said. Like it was like freaking like it was an episode of Full House. But I do also remember a number of people thought, and I forget if this ever happened in the comics or not, but a lot of people thought it was very out of character for Batman to, despite that is
Oh,
dicketry.
Fuck you, Slippers.
I do not care for those characters. But they just thought it was very out of character for Batman to trust the Batcave computer to Harley.
I mean, like, I'm not gonna say you're wrong to think that. Then again, some people would argue that it's also just as out of character for him to just immediately forgive Jason and let him be part of the Bat family again, so really, who are we to judge?
Yeah. And then of course there are the always lovable non-canon interactions you can have with your dear boy Wonder, where you beat the ever-loving crap out of him and do a super move that involves firing a missile at him from the Bat Pod just because.
Jeez, that's.
I mean, it's the Mortal Kombat devs. They went all out, and I'm not gonna discredit them. Their special quote unquote fatality like special attacks are quite flashy.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of them that's fun. Like, the Flashes, I think, is really funny, where they essentially, like, for lack of a better way of explaining it, use time travel to whip them a new one.
Jeez.
Like, I cannot do it justice with just my words. You have to watch it yourself.
I remember, which by the way, real quick there, James, that what you just did there, okay, that right there, I still think was BS what happened there. Not that you well, okay, I'm glad that you survived, but I just thought it was very inconsistent. Oh my gosh, I just thought it was inconsistent that you basically made a leap of faith that normally would have killed you for touching the end of the screen too soon, but then they're like, oh, fine. Anyway,
We'll throw you a bone or a banana or two.
yay, thank you. But yeah, no, I remember.
Thankfully, we only have 2 levels left, and then the final boss.
Awesome. But yeah, no, the Flash, I remember liking his.
Damn it! Always
Beaver's
the
like,
first
"Hey,
fucking beaver.
He was like,
Did you hear something?
we're working here. But then I remember that. Oh, I see. You have to now move the cannons manually. I remember.
Yep.
I remember the Flash having some flashy combos where like the cool detail of like he would basically like as you're fighting like you could do a special move where he literally the implication that he just ran around the entire globe to quickly get to the other side to continue the combo.
Yeah, that's also a really fun one. Just like, honestly, like, if you put him in the right creative hands, like, the Flash can bring a lot to a fighting game, which is part of the reason why I really would love to see him in multiverses.
I would not be against it. Careful, woo! Alright.
Like, I think him, Samurai Jack, and the Warners are, like, my most wanted requests at the time of recording this.
And Dan Backslide now. Because you guys got me thinking of that for Pumpkin Jack as well.
I'm just wondering what the hell you could even do with Dan Backslide in that kind of
What?
Like I figured maybe if you're gonna add anyone from that whole short, it would just be the entirety of the Dover Boys.
Or
Well, here's
or
the
because-
thing,
or-
like-
go ahead.
Well, here's the thing, like, from a logistics standpoint, that's true. But you're not taking into account thinking from a meme standpoint, because how else do you think they justify Shaggy and Velma being playable before Scooby?
I mean, Shaggy's got like years worth of stuff they can look over for a moveset.
Not to mention, if we're gonna talk about anybody being a Bruiser character, it's got to be Dora Standpipe.
Stand up, yes.
And then help Tom, help Dick, help Larry.
And you know what,
She
like,
whipped him into shape.
and honestly, you know what? I know it would probably be really weird to work character interactions with it. Actually, I can't even say that because they don't even like care about that with Tom and Jerry. If you do Dan Backslide, don't even have like an impersonator record new lines for him. Just wholesale use all of Mel Blanc's lines from that short.
Yeah, just archive all the audio and just play it as compressed as ever. I see.
Yeah? I mean, I'm sure they'll find some way to make it not seem as obvious with all the other audio engineering they've done with that game.
Like one way you could use the lines is when you knock him out and you do like, you know, the Smash Brothers, like, you know how like with Smash Brothers you have like that light show on the side when the character gets knocked out? Like have that as it's playing, card! He responds, found them!
That'd be beautiful. Also, yeah, they brought back the oil drums. I do not like the oil drums all that much.
Easy does it. Again, these music tracks are not bad.
Oh yeah, they're pretty fun. Oh!
Whoopsie!
Oh! Mind that hole.
It's just freaking like how high and just there's something about the, you know what it is. I think what's making this funnier for me in a sense is because, again, due to, you know, file size compression and stuff, they don't have enough space to actually have a like jingle, so it's just silence.
Yeah? Actually, no, it's funny you bring that up, though, because if you do get a game over, that's exactly what plays.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we will never hear
So they
that.
didn't forget about it, they just
Moved
used it if you lost all your lives.
Oh.
Which,
Wait,
you know, look at me.
I think we're gonna survive this one, gents.
The king will not return anytime soon.
Okay, easy does it. Easy does it. And checkpoint, nice. Oh.
Oh boy.
We're at the home stretch, boys. We're literally nearing the top of this here skyscraper.
Wow, to think that our grand journey began at the top of a skyscraper, and now, like Cranky Kong before us, we must now also venture to the top of the skyscraper.
Do you
Yep.
think that might be like... Do you think that might be why it takes place at a skyscraper, to link back to Cranky's origins?
To show them that,
That's-
yes. Good.
This is how it all began. And now you, my grandson or son or whatever the canon writes, you will get to know what it's like in my feet.
You
I
shall.
want to be in your feet, though. They're small.
You will inherit the right of being a.
Whoop.
Okay, yes. What about that? About my will? I take that back. You lost your
Where's
inheritance.
that will? Where's the will? Let me just write that down again. But,
I, Cranky Kong of sound mind and sound body, relinquish all of my possessions.
now, I'm sorry, the other joke on that. The
To
other,
nobody. I'm taking them all to the grave with me.
the other,
Exactly.
the other joke I was now just thinking of is
P.S. Bury me with all of DK's bananas.
Every
He
last.
sure as hell ain't gonna need them.
every last one of them. The other thing that you were making me think of was freaking, of just Cranky Kong and his lawyers there. It's like,
Alright, how do I start this?
I, Cranky Kong of sound mind and body.
Do I need both of those, or is one of them just fine?
Cube slice is fine.
Can I-
What?
Can I go? Am I allowed to go halfsies on this? I'm not needing.
I mean, I'm sure he. I'm sure he has to know how the process works. I mean, look what happened to Wrigley.
Oh, yeah. Aw.
Frankly, darling, this is terrible. Wait, how much of the house is mine again?
And with that touching sentimental note, we have made it to the top of the lair.
Oh yeah, by the way, shit, you're dead. You mind if I go ahead and borrow your video game? What's it that you use?
Yeah. It looks like she was playing an N64 back on.
All right, with that all said, you all know where this ends. A duel to the death with King K. Rool and his magical crown/boomerang.
Okay, Rule, you
He's
shrunk a
gotten
bit.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's a lot smaller than he used to be.
Yes, my minions left me my
Ouch.
Oh.
That's right, I forgot he actually does that too. Like, he doesn't just, look at the camera like a total putz when he throws his crown. He actually charges straight for you after he's thrown it.
Yeah.
It's like, I imagine the logic is that he throws...
I'll do over.
Oop. Like, I imagine the logic behind that is just like he throws it, it's like, oh wait, I need that back, and he just hops back after it.
Exactly.
But, I don't believe we have another barrel for this, so we just gotta do our best as Diddy here.
Oh, don't worry. With boss fights, you get both DK and JD automatically.
Oh, okay, well, that's a nice one. But yeah, no, it's...
I mean, a little carryover from the original trilogy.
Yeah, King K. Rool, you shrunk.
Yes, well, my minions left me in the wash for too long, and well,
You see, I took weight loss very personally.
I guess, okay, so comparing...
I told my minions that crocodile leather is dry clean only.
So comparing to his boss battles on the Super Nintendo, does he...
Oh, that's right. I forgot he does this.
I was about to say, does he pull any, jerk moves? And, well, there I go. Whoa!
Yep. After a while, he will literally start doing the body slam of doom on you.
Is this... Are you...
Body
Wait,
slam.
are you telling me this was where that move from Smash Ultimate came from?
I can believe it.
Oh, you mean his neutral layer?
Yeah. Is this... Because I don't recall him ever doing it anywhere else. Huh. Man, I need to stop, like, underestimating Smash's abilities to pull deep cuts.
Yeah? Oop.
Okay.
But thankfully, this is all what he does for the rest of the battle.
Alright, just come on, and...
And he's done. We did it. We won the bet. Ha ha. And that's all, folks.
Or did you?
Nah, all the C's are still C's and not K's. We did it.
Yep. So yeah, that's literally where the game ends. You beat Karul's brains in, and you just get the credits. That's pretty much it.
I wish we
Well, I was
could
about to
see
say, like,
K-
I could have sworn there was like a secret ending you could get where you refight Karul, but he's in his penthouse.
I mean, who's to say we weren't already fighting in his penthouse?
No, seriously, like I remember, like in Johnny's review, he showed that off.
I'll look it up.
You
Hang
did?
on. Donkey Kong Land Penthouse. Let me see.
I think he just made that as a joke. Like, we were literally fighting inside his what looks like his penthouse.
Yeah, it just says right here, the duo eventually reaches Big Ape City where they ultimately defeat K. Rool in his penthouse.
Oh,
How was
I
that?
could have sworn, like,
I'll look it up as well. Secret.
I mean, considering this game is pretty much taking its cues from the original Donkey Kong Country, which didn't really have much else to really congratulate the player with doing 100% completion aside from some, kinder words from Cranky. So,
Yeah.
that's pretty much how it goes. So, yeah, that was pretty much it for our playthrough of Donkey Kong Land.
Yeah, that was very fun. I'm glad that we got to play it on color, so it was more tolerable. Because I can only imagine how this looked in black and white all the time.
Yeah, like everything you see right here would just be in black and white, or black and green if you were playing it on an actual Game Boy LCD.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, I do believe you owe me one now, Cranky. What's that? I can't hear you over the sound of me gloating over my victory.
As he's
Well,
stammering.
maybe you should stop gloating so I can say it.
As he's stammering and just like sputtering, like steam starts to come out of his ears. Just... it's like, we should probably leave.
Alright, with that all said, that's pretty much it. We hope you all enjoyed our little rambling across this here Donkey Kong land, and honestly not sure what else we could really do that's DK related at the given moment, save for maybe one or two other things, but that's something we'll leave for you guys to ponder on for whatever we have in store next. So yeah, we'll see you all next time.
And spring the trap on him!
Wait, what?